Is Buddy Daddies gay? Short answer, yes. Long answer, let's talk about it. I'll try not to spoil the whole plot because I highly suggest you watch the anime. It's a really cute show that tugs at the heartstrings, and the show just delivers something I didn't even know I needed until I watched it. Anyways, back to the subject of this video. Buddy Daddies is a story about two assassins, Rei Suwa and Kazuki Kurisu, who find and take care of a little kid named Miri. The pair works together for this crime group and are ordered to kill this one dude when they run into a little girl looking for her father. Kazuki protects her and they go about the assassination, but they don't realize that the person they're assassinating is the kid's father. So in the end, they take her in, trying to find her mom. Throughout the story, you see Miri help Kazuki and Rei grow as people. Rei going from a trained killer and heir to a family of assassins to finding something he wanted to keep safe, meaning in the world outside of his family and their occupation. While Kazuki finds meaning again taking care of Rei and Miri after losing his ex and the family they'd begun to start together. The story resembles and is often compared to Spy Family, except, well, it's gay. Buddy Daddies does a good job of towing the line between gay and just buddies throughout the entire story. Even though the story never explicitly states that Rei and Kazuki are anything more than buddies, the whole concept of two men raising a child is inherently queer. Queer coding is the subtextual coding of a character in media as queer. Though such a character's sexual identity may not be explicitly confirmed within their respective work, or they may in fact be straight despite the queer mannerisms, a character might be coded as queer through the use of traits and stereotypes recognizable to the audience. Such traits are greatly varied, but traits of exaggerated masculinity and femininity, vanity, and hypersexuality are frequent. The idea of non-explicit queer coding likely stems from the strict regulations of how queer characters were able to be portrayed in the early days of filmmaking. In 1930, the Hays Code was established as a standard for what was allowed to be shown on a big screen. According to the code, films were not allowed to portray perverse subjects as homosexuality, which inevitably led to the portrayal of non-explicit queer characters. The trend of the inclusivity of queer characters in a subtextual way likely bled into modern portrayals of queer characters. In my opinion, Buddy Daddies is very queer-coded. As I said before, just the concept of two dads parenting a child is inherently queer, but beyond that, there's so much subtextual coding, like comparing Kazuki and Miri to this guy's wife and kids, the way certain scenes of Rei and Kazuki parallel straight couples in this series and in other series, having Kazuki fit in with the moms. It feels so obvious and yet people are willing to be ignorant about it. If it was a straight couple, we know people would ship them and have no doubts about them being canon. I mean, look at Spy Family. Spy Family is a Japanese manga series written and illustrated by Tatsuya Endo. The story follows a spy who has to build a family to execute a mission, not realizing that the girl he adopts as his daughter is a telepath and the woman he agrees to be in a marriage with is a skilled assassin. Both series are very similar in nature. Two people work together to raise a child while hiding their actual jobs. There are a few key differences though, mostly in the parents of the group. Spy Family, Yor and Lloyd don't know each other prior to the series like Rei and Kazuki did. They're hiding their jobs from one another, in a sense using each other. Although it's been shown or implied that they do like one another and have feelings, from what I've read, Lloyd is still in the mindset of, this is just a mission. Obviously, it's probably a bit unfair to compare a show that's complete with something ongoing, but I'm not the first to compare the two and probably will not be the last. It's just that I've seen people insist that Rei and Kazuki's closeness and change was only due to Miri as a way to discredit their relationship. But that just frankly isn't true. The episode where they show how Kazuki and Rei met shows they'd started to change at that point. Kazuki seems to find his purpose in how he can help others and wants to take care of someone. After he meets Rei and sees the state he's in, Kazuki instantly starts to care for him and try and help him be more human. As for Rei, as someone who is the heir to a family of assassins, Rei never really found a reason to exist besides killing. When he meets Kazuki, he finds someone he cares about, and a sense of self outside of killing. If it weren't for that earlier bond, they wouldn't have been able to take care of Miri. They were both too broken before meeting one another. This all leads to the end of Buddy Daddies, where there's this one-off line about Kazuki going out drinking with the girls, which almost felt like a shafted way of no homoing the whole story. Although the line is there, the producer-director of the show started liking a bunch of Kazure tweets, almost as a confirmation of, yeah, they're gay. I won't get into this because this is a whole different fucking video. But this is one of the many media that people have disregarded obvious queer coding in. Like with some censorship laws, there's no way to explicitly depict a queer relationship, so they have to do it subtly with queer coding. But for a lot of people, either that isn't good enough, or they're just friends and it's just people taking it out of context, blah blah blah. It's a whole issue that it could be a video of its own. so I may as well make a video about this later. But yeah, they're gay. TLDR, they're gay.
Now what do we do?
Got a clear shot through the kid.
Idiot!
Papa, I want a pistol with a silencer!
Sure, if there's one on sale.